We're going to try this again. I lost my battery, so we're going to try this again. I'm charged with commercial sex trafficking. This is my part 2 of this situation. We're doing this again. I was thinking last night, I noticed when the witnesses were brought up, they're police officers. They're supposed to be telling the truth, because when they are under oath, if anything they say or used against you, it can be purged against you if you do not tell the truth. Well, I don't kind of believe this is all legal. It's like the Bible. When you put your hand on the Bible, you're supposed to tell the truth and all the truth. Nobody's telling the truth anymore. Your police officers don't even tell the truth no more. So, the part where I'm confused on is when they said they drove by, or they seen me drive by the car. I drove a certain way. The one thing is, they go, you notice this car is a Buick. That's what the prosecutor said. They say it's not a diesel. So why would he be driving by the diesel pumps? Because they're so closer to this car. Because the Hardee's and that are two separate buildings. The parking lot's different. That makes it mean I'm closer to them on that side. But it's kind of weird. That's the way they said I drove. And then I drove around the back, through the drive-thru of the Hardee's. That would interrupt their traffic. And then drove away. I'm not saying I didn't drive through Hardee's. But the weird part was, my car is a Buick, yes. It's gas. It's on the driver's side. I come off 85, heading into town. I pulled off the first and exit into the gas station. Pulled the pump, I think it's number 3, I'm not sure. But there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 pumps. I took the one first that's close to the building, facing to town. Because I'm on the driver's side. So I put what I had in for gas in, because I didn't have a lot of money. I mean, it was very low on money. I needed some extra money. So I facing to town. So I get my car. I didn't know the car, because nobody said nothing. I never heard nothing. So I did send a last text, kind of just curious to see if they would respond. Just to see, you know. I wanted to know, and if they responded, I was going to leave. But nobody responded. So what did I do? My mistake, probably. I decided to drive out the gas station. I went around the building, behind the building. Like I did. Not lying, I did that. I drove back behind the Hardee's. There's 2 islands back there. There's a little back road to go between the two. I drove back behind both those, and the second one is where I turned, and I went straight down that one part of the road to hit back on the highway. I never passed that car. Nowhere near close. After I looked at it closer, I come to find out it's maybe like 4 to 6 cars difference. It's probably even further than that. It's not close enough at all. This is some distance. But now they're saying that I made a close, really close drive to the car, to look at the car. But I still don't have a clue, because I did go take a look over there where they said they were at. I was a little closer probably, I don't know. I stood behind Apple. I took kind of a picture to see. I used a good camera. I could see the gas station, I could see the white car, but you can't really prove that I drove by this car. You could just see that there's a car over there. You can't tell that if I drove by it. You couldn't see if I was near this car. And you would not see my car because it's still far enough away that it wouldn't be close enough. But they could say I said. But the one thing they said on this conversation is that they could see me look at the people. I don't understand. I have tinted windows in my car. How can you tell? Could you see? Did I roll my window down? No. You got tinted windows in the car. You know for a fact that you can't see in a car. Especially at night. So I'm at a loss at why would these police officers lie through this whole situation? Big time. And the prosecutor let her. She agreed with them. Not her, but both of them. And then when they argued, this is the funny thing, when they argued, they both threw their tizzy fit. I knew they did because I seen them. It's like they were like babies because they weren't winning. They were actually getting out their way. I hate to say it, I don't think professional people should act like that. I mean, I understand you're going to yell and complain, but this was like a child thing. And then at the end of the trial, where they get to close their case, I never seen somebody raise their voice to old people that bad. I mean, I understand you want to prosecute somebody, but the thing is, you don't yell at people to do this. It makes, to my judgment, it's a bad thing for people. But this is the way I'm saying it. I'm pissed because they didn't tell the truth. They lied through this whole thing. It's bad. Even the cops. It was kind of weird. I understand that they have to use witnesses. But it's like I was sitting there telling my wife last night. It's kind of weird where the second prosecutor was allowed to go into the room and talk to the witness before they bring him in. It's like they were telling what to say. I'm not going to say I don't know. But he was gone back there talking to him for a while. I'm saying that's basically telling me that they're talking back and forth. It ain't fair. If a witness is a witness, he needs to be separated from them. They just need to remember the stuff. That's what I thought the law was. That he had to remember. He didn't have to, what was the word? Prepare for it. I didn't get to prepare for it. I had to remember what I had myself. I didn't write things down. And if I did, I would have probably wrote them down right away. I do remember a little. I have kind of a memory thing where I can remember some things. I can't write, I can't spell because I'm dyslexic. But some things I can remember right. And I'm pretty good at remembering where I went. Because I can drive from here and go back to where I'm at home. Yeah, it changed, but I can pretty much remember where exactly things are because it's different. It's like schematics. I'm good at it. I can read a schematic. I can't write and print or that, but I can do schematics. But that's pretty funny that they couldn't remember their stuff. They had to talk about it before that. But it's like this. My wife says, alright, here's the thing. So they said they can do the cars. They can see the cars. They never took pictures. They never once showed a picture of me driving by the car. Never produced the picture by the car. Yeah, if they had done this, they could say that I was by the car. But then you know why they didn't do it? I drove off. They were afraid that if they showed a picture, they were going to lose their case. Well, now the words saying, oh, they're going to use my words because all my words are bad. Yes, like I said in the first part, talking on the internet for us, like the police officer, this wasn't in the conversation. They did delete this. I don't know where it ever went, or he didn't record it. But the police officer, when he pulled me over, we were talking. He did mention to me when we were talking, I do remember this because I'm the one who was there. He says there's no law against chatting. He says you can chat all you want. You just can't meet somebody. He's right. Physically, when I chatted with a person, yeah, maybe I made a deal trying to say this and that, but I never met. I never really went over my line yet. Going over my line says you have to meet somebody. And you have to talk to them. And once you talk to them, when you say what you're here for, you show them the merchandise, that's when you get arrested. That's the line. Not talking on the internet. Not preparing. Not telling where to go. Yeah, I had control where I wanted it because I didn't have the gas to go. I was just goofing around. I was more interested to see if somebody would actually drive down. And that was both times. Because I don't go to Hewlett. I have never been to Hewlett's party. To tell you the truth, that's the way it is. But the thing I'm getting on here is, it's kind of weird that I liked the way they said you honestly tell the truth or what you do is right, and they said anything that you say might be purged against you. And they say, I agree, or I do. Well, it's kind of funny, but it's not right. As I know my conversation, I know what happened. But they're telling it all backwards. They're trying to make me look like a bad guy. But the police officers don't get away with it. Because, I know by fact. And it is true. It is 100% true. Once a badge hits a person, it changes them. And no matter what, I don't care what you are. The cop gets a badge on, he thinks he has the power. He's all controlled. And he doesn't care. He's like, I got the badge. Even the new people get it. They're so psyched up, they don't care. They don't follow the rules. They think they are, but it's power happy. It's even when a manager gets a job hired in a normal place. It's the same way. But a badge is worse. And I agree with some of the jury people that said the police ain't 100% honest. No, they're not honest. They are not honest at all. They can't do the report right. They should do the report right when they're done. I don't care if they have to go home. They did this. This is a job that they are supposed to do. Not like when the guy took me to Sturgis. It's where are we going for dinner tonight? After we drop this guy off, we're going to dinner. Come you meet me? He's texting and driving. And swerving the road. And going very fast doing this at the same time. That's another thing. Because, they're allowed to go faster than normal. Because they're the police. This is just transport. This should not make a difference at all how fast you have to get me there. They should have gotten me there safe. And they're doing a bike rally, so he's driving faster. So I'm like, I didn't like that. That made me feel bad. But this is what I'm saying, since this is my last thing I'm going to say today, because I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you the truth. But this is the commercial sex trafficking thing. This is going to be my part 2, or part 3, or whatever you want to consider how it's going to come. I don't think what they said on the stand was actually right. I think they had lied because they didn't know. The guy said he was across the street. This is a highway. You can't see across the 4-lane highway to another building, especially where he was saying. If he was using a camera to take a look, where's the pictures? Which way is my car? Nothing was taken. So in the long run, they said I drove this way to make it look worse. I like how the prosecutor works. But the thing is, why couldn't you just tell the truth and say which way I drove? They know if they did that, they were wrong. So they had to lie. This is a lie. It is a bad lie. I'm saying because I had nowhere near, yes, the one conversation she said, that I got pulled over. The guy asked me, where were you going? I was supposed to meet somebody, but I got pulled over. She took that and turned it around and used it against me. Well, I just talked. That's not words to use against me. How do you know? She said, well, it's already 8:30 when I got pulled over. I had to pick my wife up between 8:30 and 9 o'clock. I was not going to turn around. She didn't mention that. So what's funny is she's telling them a lie. She's not saying the time. Because when I got down to the jail, I told the same thing to the officer. I was heading home. She didn't keep that in the conversation. She left it the way it goes. But that's what I'm going to say. I just don't believe it says, do you tell the truth but nothing but the truth, perjury or something to God or whatever? Is it true? No. The police officers lied. Most of them lied. He asked one guy, says, do you guys keep in touch? The other guy said, we keep in touch with the phone. Once my name came up, they were all talking to each other. Now that's kind of entrapment because now the people say, we know this guy. Let's catch him. He said some bad things on the last one. He offered this. Yeah, he offered the same thing. Let's bust him. Because his name came up. We already know who he is. That's entrapment. That's bad entrapment. Because they were chatting between phones and talking. And the one officer said that. So in the long run, he lied right then and there. And it's not fair. But I have to go. This is my last time I probably say this. I don't know if it does or goes right. I won't post it. But this is commercial sex trafficking. My part 3 or 2 or whatever I'm going to put it at. My wife's going to post it because I'm making her. And I want this to be there because this is a pretty serious thing that I want to talk about. Because I don't think I hate to say it. I know they're wrong. Because I'm the one that drove the car. They didn't ask me. They didn't really specify to the jury which way I got gas. They just said I went and got gas. They knew I went and got gas. But they never asked me or told the jury which way the car really was facing. But I have to go. I hope things go my way. But if not, you will be seeing this. And bye. Thank you.